With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's a carry for the former Dolphin. It's Damian Williams. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Give him 30 yards there.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep. Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Mahomes to throw on second down. He's got the hook up with Conley. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Ware takes the give from Mahomes. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, here's Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Chris Conley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now the rookie first-rounder from San Diego State, it's Rashad Penny. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Penny. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This will be taken at the 10. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
On the run, it's Ware. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to go deep for Conley. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. On fourth down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 38. They go play action with Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that...
Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And this is going to get out of bounds through the end zone, and that will go as a turnover as the defense will get it at the 20-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. They begin the drive with Williams. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to air one out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, you got 3 down, 3 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Williams. He takes this for 3 to the 29. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Ace! Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Yeah, baby.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Ready. Blue.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
14. 12. 18.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Third and 2, now Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Janikowski good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Now Damian Williams to return it. Oh, spinning away. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Mahomes now to throw. Flush to his right, and this is incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Blue 45.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. On 1st down, Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Benjamin. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Here we go.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this 1st half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And Butker able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They go read option with Wilson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a 1st down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Now Rashad Penny, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run with Penny, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 18 yards there and a 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Third and long. It's Wilson. That's going to be caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Janikowski adds the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Williams now on the return. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Mahomes now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Now Wilson on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Baldwin. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On second down, Wilson dumps that off to Penny as running back. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's complete to Jerron Brown. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end the drive, going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On third down, Wilson being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. A handoff to Penny. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Good to see this man running again. Here's Chris Carson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Wilson on 2nd down. And there's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Janikowski good with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. He's got the hook up with Conley. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Mahomes now on first down. The Conley's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And an alley to run. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 90.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Caught here by Conley. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2.
I got 15. I got 15.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on it, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. On second down, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Here's Thomas. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now here comes Kansas City. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing now is Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Here we go now. Blue 45.
Mahomes going to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Hard throw, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.